Alrighty, here we go. Accessing the CLI, the command line interface, right, of a router or switch. It really doesn't matter because they both have console ports. All right. So how do we do that? Well, we can do it through a console cable. Remember when we talked about cables? That's a cable that has a 568B on one side and a 568B on the other side, but mirrored to each other. You can create it like that, or you can actually purchase a console cable. Normally it's through Ethernet that we get to it through the subnet, through the network within your own segment, or you can do remote access. But you gotta make sure that you secure your router or that you have a username and password to get in. And then we're also going to go ahead and navigate through the CLI and go through all these different modes. So let's go ahead and go into Packet Tracer. I'm going to sit down for this. So you can see me one last time. Okay. All right. I'll sit down now. All right. Let me get my mouse. All right. This is our lab. Let me put it where you can see it. All right. Let me zoom in. Okay. I think you can see that pretty good. All right, now let's take a look. Let's take a look at the actuality of what you're going to see in your certification. In your certification, you're going to have an actual console cable. And I think this is a little baby blue one here. No, this is coaxial. This is octal. This is, okay. Where's my console cable? Oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. I knew it was baby blue. There it is. So you're going to have something that looks like this. It's going to go here, go to the RS-232, and then let's just go to the router just to make it a big line right there. Okay, and then console. So you're going to have a computer that's actually going to be attached to a console cable, and you're going to have to console in to that particular router or switch. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to click on that computer that has that link to that particular router. And let me put this over here again so you can see it. All right, let me open it up. Because normally how we do it here in the lab, I just go, well, I'll show you in a little bit. I just click on the device and I'm inside it. Well, normally you go desktop and then you create that terminal session. And this is going to be there by default. It's nothing that you need to configure. The bits per second, the data bits, the parity, the stop bits, the flow control. This is something that they used to ask. They don't ask anymore. All right, it's there by default. You don't have to worry about it. Just, take a note of it. Look at it. You never know. They are crazy. They may just throw it in there. All right, even though I haven't seen it in the book. You click OK, and voila. With very tiny font that I can't even see from here, because we're not going to work from here, obviously. You're inside. Okay? You're inside the router. Oh, cool. And the router has a username and password. So I can show you something real quick. So that's one way of accessing it, which we're not going to do it here. That's one way of accessing it, but we're going to do it just by clicking on the device. And then obviously afterwards, we can do it through Telnet SSH, and I'll show you that. All right, so I'm going to click on an empty space to make sure I don't delete something accidentally. All right, so let's take a look as far as navigation. All right, so let's open up the router. And I believe you can see that right there. That's pretty good. You can see that, right? You're good. All right, good, good, good. I got to ask you, because if not, I don't know. Now, one thing, you see how this has a username? And I'm going to teach you something right now. This is what's called, hey, I drank too much on the weekend. I came back to work on Monday and I can't get in or you just forgot your username and password. Instead of getting in trouble and calling the manager or the IT department or whatever the case may be, if you're a user, you would do this. If you will go turn off your router, turn it back on, Control Shift 6, is it? Oh no, silly man. Let me do it again. Turn off your router. Luckily, this is a simulator. Turn it back on, go to CLI, Control C. And that's a break command. And you see you're like in something called ramen. Oh my God, what is that? That is raw monitor mode, right? It said, stop the boot process. Just let me in real quick. So what you're going to do is, you're going to do a config, which is configure registry. All right. 0 0x2142, not 45, 42. And then you're going to hit I to initialize, or not. That's maybe old school. Reset, and then you reset, and then your router starts rebooting. What's going to do in the bootup process is going to say, hey, don't look at all this information. Just let me in the router. I don't care what's in the config file. I'm not going to look at it. All right, so now, hey, look, I'm in my router. All right, no configuration. And then if you do a show ver, and you go all the way to the bottom, you can see right there that is 0x2142. All right, so what do? You're going to do an erase start. Well, first, yeah, let's erase start, because we want it just to erase start, confirm, and I'm also, yeah, just erase start and reload. And we're going to reload it. Now, you never want to leave the router at 2102. You never want to do that. I mean, at 2142, because if there's a power outage and you come back up and it's still at 2142, there's no configurations whatsoever. So you don't see, there is no start config present. But the reason for that is also because I told it 2142 bypass. So we're in privilege mode right now. You saw that usually, let me exit. Not exit, that's in French, by the way. All right, I'm going to exit. All right, you're here, you hit enter, you're in user mode. All right, you hit enable, you type enable. I just typed EN, shortcuts, right? The router knows exactly what I want it. All right, so I'm going to do a global configuration, config T. And I'm going to do config -register. I tabbed that out. And I'm going to put it back to the normal, the default, 0x2102. I'm going to hit enter, do WR. You know you can't do that. And I'm going to do show ver. All right, and if I go to the bottom and look what it says right here, will be 02102 at next reload. At next reload, the reload is down here. Okay, at next reload. That's what we want. That's what we want, because if there is that power outage, if it comes right back up, it's going to go ahead and put the configurations that we'll do. So here you are, you're in your router, and basically, let's say you want to go to the interface. You go int F0/0, and you see me do this. Now you're in config if. All right, config if. Now you're in interface configuration. All right, but you first had to go from user mode to privilege mode to if configuration mode. All right, that's the way that works as far as the router. If you don't know what you're going to type, that's why there's a question mark. And you can't do the question mark in your certification. I don't think you take, it doesn't take any points off. Okay, or let's say IP, because IP is under here. I think I saw, there it is right there, IP. So you go IP question mark. What can I do? IP name server, IP NAT, IP route, IP routing, IP SSH, all these different things that you can configure. Okay, so again, within each particular prompt, there's different commands that you can do. So this is how you navigate through the particular router. Okay, and the switch is no different. Let me close this out. The switch is no different. If I go inside the switch, open it up here, bring it up, and bring it down. Okay, and I'm going to go to the CLI. Again, we have a user mode, right? And we go enable, and then we go config T, right? And then we're not going to configure an interface, but we can do interface VLAN 1 like you saw me do before. Okay, or you can exit that mode and you can do spanning tree and then do a question mark, which is we'll be working with. You can change the mode, the port fast. All right, so there's different things that you can go into. The interface, you can do span tree, VTP, all these different things from switches, and you'll see them as we start going along. All right, because you can just go inside a VLAN and say, hey, this is what I want to do. All right, so all depends on your configuration. The navigation is not all that difficult, and you have a question mark that's going to help you forget what the command was. All right, now I want to check the presentation to see if there's any real configs that we're going to do in here, not just going from those modes. So that's basically it. All right, so the navigation of both the router and the switch is really not that difficult. And as we go along, you're going to see that it's very, very easy to do. And once you learn it, all you need is Notepad, and you can copy paste the whole thing. Okay? And you don't have to worry about anything else. All right? I will see you in the next lesson.